Welcome to the all-new segment on Beyond the Pole. This is Green Africa. On Green Africa, we shed light on individuals and organizations within the agriculture sector who are doing exceptionally well, right? And today, the spotlight is on a female mushroom farmer who is changing the game of mushroom farming with her innovative idea of how we consume mushroom here in Ghana. I am the Nadia Bunny, and stay with me whilst we explore her story. This is Christine Essenam Bodovia.
Thank you for not butchering it.
A pleasure. I tried so hard not to butcher that name.
You tried. You did well.
Okay, great. Thank you. Now let's go into the farm.
So welcome.
Yes.
Come see what we are up to here.
What inspired you to venture into mushroom farming?
Farming has always been something that I love, and mushroom farming is just an aspect of it. I mean, I've dabbled in poultry, vegetable, cereal. Mushroom was just what I was doing at home as a hobby when I started having kids. And I couldn't really go back and forth to the Volta region as often. So I started a small mushroom farm. And in the space of 2-3 years, this is where we are now.
Oh, okay. You mentioned you go to the Volta region before you had to. What were you doing in the Volta region?
So my family has a 165-acre farm there. So what I was doing there was poultry and vegetable production.
Okay.
Mainly cereal on location.
But did you study agric in school?
No, please.
Okay, so so this started as a hobby.
Yes, but farming and agribusiness has always been a passion of mine since I was a kid. So in uni, I studied marine science and earth science.
Interesting.
Yes, major minor. And then after school, I knew I wanted to farm. It's always like driven me. So I did this mushroom course actually when I was in uni, I think level 200. I was, these 3-day back courses. So I did a lot of those because I knew I had the interest. And so this knowledge was in the back burner until I was home and I had a little baby, and then I just wanted to do something for fun. Farming is fun for me too.
Interesting.
So I started the mushroom farm as a hobby, and yeah, it's really picked up.
Wow. So how many years have you been doing this?
The mushroom farm?
Yes.
October this year will be my 3rd year.
Okay, so this has been 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. So let's get into the mushroom pop-up. I see a bag, right?
Yes, you're right.
How many mushrooms are you able to harvest from one bag? And walk me through the entire process of the mushroom farming.
Okay, so let's start from how the bags become bags. So this mainly sawdust, some wheat bran or rice bran, some agricultural lime, and spawns. So mushroom produce seeds, or they reproduce by spores. And the spores are made into spawns, like inoculated into the, and I get a little technical, sawdust
Okay.
mixture, which has already been sterilized or pasteurized. And then within some weeks, like 6 to 8 weeks, they become all white like this. That means the mushroom spawns have completely colonized the bags and they are ready for cropping. So here is a cropping house.
Okay.
And here the mushroom come, they rest for a while, and then we open the bags. Within a week of watering it, we start seeing the pins. So the pin starts very small, like this, like you see how this little one starts. Mm-hmm. So it goes here, and then within a time frame of 3 days, you have mature mushroom for harvest. Yeah.
Interesting. And then you have this beautiful mushroom.
Yes.
Now walk me through the business side of mushroom. Do you really have market for mushroom farming here in Ghana?
Yes, very much so.
A lot?
Yeah, as I said, I started as a hobby for myself, my friends, and just family. And then I started getting interest from outsiders, and eventually I had to expand. And within a space of 3 years, I've expanded to this structure that we are currently in. I started with a very small kiosk-like structure, and now we're here. A whole building dedicated for mushrooms with cooling systems and tanks and everything. So yeah, there's a huge market because I wouldn't expand if there wasn't. I'm even thinking of adding more. So yes, there's a huge market for mushroom. The vegan community basically rely on it as a source of protein. Restaurants and just people want to have all the options. It's a healthy alternative to meat. You can eat it in combination. You can put it in your soup, stews. People make mushroom cookies out of it. I do kebabs. We have shito, we have mushroom powder. There's like so much you can do with mushrooms. So
I would get into you grilling mushrooms, Papa. That's another conversation, right?
Okay.
But I want to know, were you the same person who set up the entire place? Because you mentioned earlier that you have hobby for very male-oriented stuff. So I want to know who did the setup, the plumbing, everything.
Okay, so so I have a carpenter in the neighborhood who helped me with the initial shelves. That was bamboo with some wood. Over a year, we have moved to the metal shelves. They are more economical and they save space, and I can put more mushrooms in the room instead of just the bamboo. So we still have some bamboo, but we are changing over gradually. So the carpenter helped with the structures, the climbing, the top. I don't know how to do that, the roofing. But then I assisted him in terms of, I have a lot of tools. So I dig down the cost of, and I said I'll assist, like I'll literally assist you do the work. Because I understand what the basic needs are in terms of making the estimates, buying the wood, what kind of wood I want, because I know what I'm going to use it for. And yes, in the beginning he found it difficult because I could see there was a bit of resistance, but he has grown to like me because he understands that I'm not just like a nuisance walking around. I'm actually quite handy and useful. So, and then the plumbing, initially the first time the top plumbing was done, I didn't fully understand the concept, so I actually got a professional to do it for me. I do my own irrigation in the farm, so I thought this was different. So when he started working, I was like, am I paying you to? I do this on the farm all the time. So yes, I did assist. And when I started with sprinklers, so the setup is different. It gets bigger droplets. But then when I moved on to use the foggers, the installation, my boys and I, we did it ourselves. So,
hey, you did it yourself?
Yeah, so if you see, we just stopped that. We took the sprinkler heads off and just...
But that's something most people struggle with, though.
If you understand what the principles are, anything can be done.
Now, I just feel like you have so much fancy for stuff within the male sector, male space.
Growing up, I've been called a tomboy. I've been called all kinds of names. But I know that I enjoy the outdoors. I take pleasure seeing things grow. I like working with my hands. So that's where a lot of my passion lies and a lot of my interest. So I move towards those things.
So if you were not a mushroom farmer, what would you be?
Probably be into construction.
Construction?
Yeah, I'll probably own my own construction firm, have my own timber mill, have my own carpentry display shop. And I'm very interested in furniture, recycling and upcycling. So we throw a lot of things away. At first, when your couch was old, you could take it somewhere and then they would just do something new. It was new. But now everything we throw away. So I want to make stuff out of live edge wood.
Now we would move into how the whole idea of grilled mushroom kebab.
I know.
How did that start?
Okay, so I did a program with Footprint Africa. They kind of opened my eyes to the fact that I was doing something that was very environmentally, I knew it was environmentally friendly, but the extent of it, I didn't fully grasp that I was actually being green all the way. But then instinctively I was being, so they drew my attention to it. And so I won a grant of 5,000 Ghana cedis to train people in my community, like just do some form of social responsibility. So I decided to do a training on mushroom production. But in thinking through the proposal, I realized that not everybody has the access or the resource to start cropping. So I was like, okay, what value-added products can I teach them to use mushroom for? So they just have to buy harvested mushroom and convert it into something.
Well, I am really, really interested in this. I want to see, in fact, I'm very certain that you out there want to take a look at the grilled mushroom kebab. Mushroom kebab. All right, let's get into it. Okay, now this is the grilled mushroom skewers I am talking about, right? This is all by Now, and she's going to take us through the whole process of making this delicious kebab. That's what we call it in Ghana. Mushroom kebab, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let's get into it.
So after the harvest, you select the mushroom of favorable size. Don't want them too big, it takes forever to cook. Just want the medium sizes. And then you cut up onions like this. I like red onions, so I use the red onions. It gives a little bit of a bite.
Okay.
And then you can skew as much or as many as you want, depending on what the occasion is, whether you're selling it, whether you're eating it at home yourself, you know. Yeah, you can put other vegetables in there, like aubergine or
green peppers,
red bell peppers and all that, yeah.
Okay.
So some people don't like the onions. You can skip that if you don't want to. But at least you have to put one at the end, and then so that it doesn't slide and move around, yeah. So, yeah, basically. So we have our own kebab mix that we use.
You did that yourself?
Yeah, spend time experimenting to find the favorite.
Okay.
I mean, we keep working on new recipes, but so far so good. This one has been a hit. When we go to fairs and we sell,
people buy that a lot.
Yeah, and then when
it's very healthy as compared to the usual mix on the market.
Yes. And even the oil that we use for getting the spice to stick on, also accelerate the cooking process. You can use any oil of your choice. So if you don't use a certain kind of oil, you can use sunflower oil, you can use coconut oil. It's up to you.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're making it at home to eat.
So how much does a stick like this go for?
This 10 cedis.
This 10 cedis.
Yes, please.
It's healthy. I mean, I'll pay for this.
Yeah, you know, it's the same price regular kebab at the roadside cost. So we're trying to make it affordable, so that everybody can. You don't have the excuse that it's more expensive than the alternative. So you're not going to go for it. Yeah. I think I overstuck this one.
So this is healthy and affordable. Interesting. But when you first started, what was the reception like?
I remember even for the training, the guys, so I make jollof rice, and I was like, the students will make their own protein. So they'll make their own kebab and put on their jollof rice. And some were enthusiastic, some were like, I've not eaten some before. Some were like, it has to be in a benquine.
Yes, that's what we are used to.
The palm soup, yes.
Yeah, that's what we are used to.
The big pot of soup, yes. And I was like, no, we are going to do kebab. And after the first brave person tasted, his name was Michael. Michael was very enthusiastic. So after he did his and he tasted it, he was like, he's not doing for anybody else. So I taught them how to stick it. So everybody had their own bowl, they were sticking their thing. And as many as you can make, you will eat.
Okay.
Come and see competition. I almost regretted that statement because then I opened about 3 kilos of mushroom. And we're like 15, so give or take 18 B plus my workers and myself. These guys finished it and they wanted more.
But that's a good feedback from them.
Yes, it was.
Wow.
I did not expect it though.
Yeah.
But it was fun. And they had a lot of fun.
So from there, people started getting more interested in the mushroom kebab.
Yeah, so I started doing it.
Do I get to grill my here?
Yes, sure.
Okay.
So I think the grill is full, so we'll put the new ones that we just made
Yeah.
on. So that they these ones are almost ready, you see.
Okay.
You see.
It's turning brown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's cooking right on.
Okay.
So when you put it over the heat like this, there's a lot of heat here. Yeah, there's heat. This one, if you're afraid of fire, don't
You
try
can do it.
You just dab it with a bit of oil.
Okay.
As one side is cooking, just dab. It doesn't have to be a lot. Yeah, else you overdo it. And just basically doing any meat, any other protein kebab, the same process, right? And these ones are almost ready, so you want to turn them. There they go.
Wow.
This one's this one's too almost. They cook very fast.
Yeah, I can see that because this was just less than a minute.
Yeah, mushrooms are the same way you cook an omelette or scrambled eggs. You see, you don't want to overdo it.
Yeah.
Or shrimps. Quickly, in 2 minutes, 3 minutes of good heat, you are done.
But you know, some people are scared of eating mushroom because they feel there are certain types or certain breeds of mushroom that you shouldn't eat. If you eat, so you definitely have some reactions.
Yes.
So how do we know that what we are eating is actually the right mushroom?
So even with the oyster mushroom, there are over 600 varieties. So there are like a lot of, they have grey oyster, white oyster, blue oyster, orange, so many of them. And in the wild, usually how you can tell when you come to a farm, whatever you buy there is 100% edible because it's being cultivated for consumption. But in the wild, how do you pick a mushroom that's wholesome? So you can tell by if the mushroom is growing on a tree trunk, that is edible. So if you see a fallen palm tree, and then you see mushroom from it, you know it's edible because the plant, the trunk of the tree that's produced it is also edible. Another way, most of the mushrooms that have, I don't want to get too technical, most of the mushrooms that are poisonous, they have like a little ball at the bottom and they have like, you see the mushroom cup, the usual cartoony ones we see.
Yeah, more like an umbrella.
The umbrella type. Yeah, when you see that with there's like a neck collar before like a little hippie bulby thing at the bottom, then you know that you should stay away from it. Okay. Some are good, but some too are bad. So just as a rule of thumb, stay away from those ones. And then any mushroom that when it's mature, the gills turn black, you should also be worried about. So these are a few, and out of the millions of varieties of mushrooms that are available on this earth, only a few are poisonous.
Oh, okay. Really?
Yes. But they get all the rep.
Yes,
unfortunately.
We hear a lot of people having reactions after mushroom.
Some are hallucinogenic. They are not poisonous, they just give you a little bit of a high. And people have exploited that for medicinal purposes.
Really?
Yeah, so
medicinal purposes. These are not medicinal purposes. They use it for their own thing.
Yeah, they say they take it for different reasons.
Yeah.
So there's that as well. And then so not a lot of mushrooms are poisonous, and usually when you want to pick mushrooms somewhere, you ask the locals. Where you D, it will not kill you to ask. You get it?
But sometimes you just go to the forest or the bush and then you see mushrooms.
Yeah,
and
so
you're like, oh, I'm
usually-
lucky, I'm not buying mushrooms.
There's the cup thing, and then the hippie bulby thing at the bottom is a clear indication that you should stay away.
Okay.
And then the black gills, the gills are the this side of
We are grilling all our...
the lines.
Yeah.
So when we're harvesting the fresh one, I'll show you.
Okay, so these lines, when you see it and it's brown, don't try
Black.
it. Or black, don't try it.
Yes, it tells you. It's an indication that I'm poisonous. Stay away. You know, nature has a way of warning us if we only pay attention. And usually we are stubborn.
What is the nutritional benefits of eating mushroom as compared to consuming meat kebab?
So mushroom itself has a lot of, it's high in protein, selenium, and minerals that help make it very healthy.
Okay.
Do you get it? If I was doing a presentation, I have a whole chart on it. So for pound like meat, beef or chicken, you see if the protein content in beef is around, let's say, just spitballing here, 70%, just to give us an idea. Mushroom is a close 45, 50.
Okay.
But then meat comes with all these calories and trans fats and all the, you know. But mushroom doesn't come with any fat at all.
Interesting.
And then mushroom has fiber, which meat doesn't. So if you look at the slight increase in protein for the meat and you consider everything else that the mushroom is bringing to the game,
As a
mushroom is
better
winning.
option.
Yeah, mushroom is winning.
Well, my tummy is crumping already. I want to try
See you.
Hey,
Patience.
the much talked about mushroom kebab. I want to try it. I really want to try it. Wow, I can see it there already, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, everything
The mushroom
is
is ready. I can't wait to try it. I really can't wait to try it. Okay. Okay, so I get to taste my good mushroom kebab.
ready. Yes.
This is so delicious. Like it's so delicious. Like it's very crunchy with the onion and all that.
Yeah.
It's so crunchy. It tastes like meat, right? You should try this. Like you should
hear the
really,
crunch. Yeah.
you should really try this. Like this is a hit. This is a hit.
Thank
All right?
you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm
So,
happy. Happy customer makes me happy.
yeah. So you mentioned the fact that you're looking at introducing mushroom charcoal.
Yes. So a lot of time
Tell me about that.
I realize I struggle with some of the charcoal. Some are too hard, some are they burn out too quickly. Like this one is a bit hard, so we're struggling for the fire to be going. So I'm developing mushroom charcoal from the mushroom substrate. We started with the experimentation, so hopefully very soon we'll be
have
using
mushroom
our own
charcoal.
charcoal for our own grills, and we can even sell some.
That's a multi-dollar business.
Yeah, I know. We are trying to
Hey.
keep everything in a circular loop of no waste, and we are very sustainable in all our production. So everywhere there is waste, we try to convert it into another resource for a different product. So that's what we are about. Yeah. Please, don't eat all.
Oh, please.
We'll give some to the crew.
And unfortunately, for you out there, this is how we wrap up Green Africa on this particular episode. We have more insightful episodes coming in the next month. So anticipate that. I am the Najwa, and I did this with
I see now.